Welcome back, you guys. We're gonna do a fun random pick a card. I want to do what's your inner pop star. So we're gonna do 4 piles. Pile 1, Britney Spears. Pile 2, Ariana Grande. Pile 3, Beyonce, and pile 4, Selena Gomez. So which pop star do you resonate with the most? Which one are you drawn to? It can be anything about them, and we'll get into it. It's gonna be kind of fun. You relate to this pop star, and also maybe similar characteristics. What do people like about your personality? That kind of thing. So we'll get into that. It's just gonna be kind of fun and silly. Check out my website in the description box if you want to get in touch with me for a Reiki session or any of my tarot services and products on there. Comment down below or like this video if it resonates. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1, if you chose Britney Spears. Let's see how you relate to her. What attributes do you guys have in common? Were you drawn to her energy? What is your inner pop star? Would you ever have the ability to be famous? Or is it just kind of like, how do you relate to her? Why are you drawn to her? Okay. This is just kind of a lighthearted random energy. Reading for fun. Knight of Wands. So you might be a dancer. You might have a lot of energy like her. She's a fire sign. She's a Sag. I'm not sure the rest of her chart, but I know she's a Sagittarius sun. So lots of energy. It's mutable fire, so we're all over the place. I'm also a Sag sun, so I can relate to this. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of charm, a lot of charisma. She really is kind of America's sweetheart. No matter what people think about her, even her running around in her little like outfits, I feel like people still could see how sweet she was, and genuine, and not, I don't know, like she still had character even if you didn't like her personality or how she dressed. And she's a fighter, like the way she's standing up for herself in court recently and speaking out about her freedom and stuff like that. Maybe you relate to this energy. You stand up for yourself, you stand up for others you care about. And also maybe you've been through some battles with the armor here. She really has had a rough life, especially the past, what was it, 10, 13 years? I don't know how long she was in the conservatorship. So maybe you had a rough period of your life that you've gone through and had to overcome. You could possibly be still fighting through this. With the Knight energy here, it's still an active energy. Ooh, so you might relate to going through court issues or legal battles. And if you do, I'm sorry you're going through that. That's really heavy. That's hard to deal with. It's expensive. It's exhausting. And depending on what it's over, it's usually something really sensitive, like your home, your children, your freedom. You know, it's a criminal case and you're accused of something, whatever this is. If someone sues you, in her case, they took away her freedom. So maybe you lost something in the same way, or you're battling in the justice system in your country, or if you're an American. Yeah, so you're waiting for like the scales of justice to tip. So maybe it hasn't gone in your favor for a while and you need it to tip in your favor. And really disappointed in the past. You've had a lot of disappointing situations that you've gone through that didn't live up to what you wanted, to what you expected, to what people promised you. You might have had a lot of fake people around you like she did. People she couldn't trust, family she couldn't trust, friends she couldn't trust. A lot of like close to home situations that you feel like should have gone better, but they just didn't. But you do have love in your life. It's just you have to recognize who you can hang on to and who's worth your time and who's genuine. So you've had to learn that, maybe in very painful lessons like she did. You might have been backstabbed by people you trusted and cared about, betrayed by loved ones and friends in some way. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is like a long drawn out situation. If you chose pile 1, you relate. So sorry, this is like, I don't know. I'm not gonna apologize. This is the message that's coming out. So if you chose Britney Spears, it's because you kind of relate to her struggle in some way, but you also relate to her strength. You've been going through this for quite some time with the Nine of Pentacles, but the two Knights here, you have a lot of action energy. You're not going to give up on the situation. You're not going to give up on yourself, your morals, whatever this is that you're fighting for. Even if you've been disappointed or had multiple setbacks, it looks like you're still fighting for this justice that you believe that you deserve, and it looks like it'll work out for you with the Nine of Pentacles. This is a steady energy. It's just taking way longer than you anticipated, and it's grinding on your nerves. I feel like, yeah, you hate this situation. You hate dealing with it. It's very abrasive. It robs you of a lot of your peace. Like, everything else in your life might be going well, but this situation, but you can't get out of it. You can't escape this battle, whether it's a literal legal battle or just something you're fighting for in your life, some kind of freedom. What else with this Five of Swords? These people are really nasty. I feel like someone's, this sounds like, just hear me out. I feel like someone's after you, and you either already know this or someone's pulling strings behind the scenes. They could be. With the shadow people here, I feel like someone's pulling strings behind the scenes. Green eyes might be significant to you. Anyways, so be careful who you trust right now. Be careful who you're putting your energy into, I guess. You might be living in your lower chakras too much, like your fear-based, more survival instinct energy than your higher, and than a higher vibe right now. Like, it's pulling you, this situation is pulling you out of your higher frequency down into a lower one, dealing with it because it's stressing you out. There's also something to the situation that you can't see, you're blinded to. So there's been a lot of deception in this situation, or people have lied about you, similar to Britney. They attacked her character. They said this, that, and there. They did a lot of illegal things with the documentation. I'm pretty sure forged like signatures. She wasn't complicit in like any of this, so it was a lot of sneaky, deceptive energy in that sense. It doesn't seem like it was all completely legal how it went down, and like who's handling the money and all that. Yeah, I feel like your choices have been heavily criticized in some way, and this is how you relate to Britney as well. Maybe people mistake your character or your decisions for something that they're not, or they can't understand why you act the way you do, or they don't get it. Something about you they don't get, but you're not looking for their approval, so I don't feel like you explain yourself much. Like, Britney has like her crazy social media where it looks a little chaotic sometimes, and she's just dancing or doing whatever. And I feel like sometimes maybe people can see kind of, you might be a mutable sign, because I feel like with the Chariot here, it's like flighty energy, similar to Britney. If you watch her Instagram, she likes to dance, goof off, do little skits, and she's pretty raw and real on there. And I think that's something her fans like about her. I've noticed like a lot of people judge how she acts on there, but also you have to take into account like her mental health and what she's gone through. But anyway, I think she's just kind of acting out because she's been so controlled for so long and just like having fun. So I feel like this is in your nature as well. You might be a mutable sign, or you might just like to go with the flow. You could have a lot of water energy. It doesn't have to be the Chariot. I think it's Cancer energy. I could be wrong, but that might be something you share in common with her, is just letting loose, wanting to have like a free spirit. You also could be a fire sign. I feel like that's a fire sign trait as well, and she's a Sagittarius, so it's mutable fire. Okay, let's do a couple more cards. Pile one. Okay, So this makes a lot of sense. I mean, I just mentioned her mental health. You could struggle with mental health, or you could like to talk about it, or you could raise awareness about it in some way. Or I feel like you've been contained and controlled. So you might have maybe a dark chapter currently or in your past where someone has tried to gain control of you or take advantage of you, kind of like take your kindness for weakness kind of thing. Or maybe an older person took advantage of you when you were younger. Like there's a power dynamic. This could be like a corrupt authority figure or boss or something like that. Like someone in your life may have overstepped those boundaries in a power dynamic and hurt you in some way, or mess with your mental health in some way, or caused you maybe some kind of trauma, or just like this is a lot of discomfort, the Nine of Swords. Sometimes it's not real and it's all in your head. So it's like somebody trying to brainwash you or gaslight you, something like that. So you might have had a very toxic encounter and it could have really affected your emotions and your mental state. The Nine of Swords is always like you're going to get out of this situation, but you might have to battle through it, and it's pretty rough mentally. So yeah, just know that it's like kind of Saturn energy. Like you just can hit some hard paths or lessons. These are things that you're meant to get through. So just know that you'll be victorious. It's just something that you end up going through, or that happens to you and you're learning to deal with, or how to heal from. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel on that card. Okay, Britney Spears. Let's pull 3 more cards and we'll talk about it. And then I'm going to move on to pile 2. Okay, I can see this. So it's funny because I feel like I'm just describing her, but I'm going to relate how you would relate to this, how it would be you as well. So Queen of Swords, she definitely tells it like it is. Queen of Swords is no BS, speaks their mind. And she's kind of like, she's in this air of defending herself. She's biting back. She's letting things be known. She's outing people. She's spilling tea. So she definitely has developed a hard exterior, and she's fighting back for herself. She's trying to get out of the conservatorship. She was doing all that. So I feel like you might be in a similar energy where you've learned to defend yourself after going through a rough thing, or you've just grown into yourself. Maybe you have gone through some life experiences that have shaped you or taught you things, or influenced your perception of the world. So you're no longer as naive as you once were, is what I'm trying to get to. No matter how old you are, I feel like you went through some eye-opening situations. Basically, you've learned who is in your corner and who is not. She went through a rough divorce and custody battle, and that kind of sparked all of this, sadly. So I feel like when she needed support, her family turned on her instead, which is really disgusting. So you might have had similar things happen as well. People that you trusted might have turned on you and hurt you, and you really learned who was real and who was fake at the end of the day, going through something that was tougher for you. But you've come out of this with a new perspective with the Fool. So it's like you've conquered your shadow side, is how I'm kind of seeing it, and you know how to I don't know, it's just like you've gotten to this place where you're not allowing what happened to you affect you, like you're not allowing it to rob you of your joy today. It's like you want to be in this Fool energy. You want to be high vibrational and happy. You know you went through some things, but you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to enjoy your life. You're going to take risks. You're going to have fun. I feel like you're just in this abundant energy where it's just like, that was the past. I'm not saying you shouldn't heal or seek any kind of therapy, or it's more you're just like, your mindset has shifted where it's like, okay, I can just say goodbye to that. Like, it's always going to be there. I'm always going to remember it. It's a thing, whatever. I can speak to others and like relate to them about these situations, but it's not going to crush me. It's not going to crumble me. I'm who I am, and I'm happy, and I'm moving forward, and I'm going to enjoy my life. So you can see most of the time Britney's in a good mood. She's like laughing, joking around, dancing. So she's trying her best to make the most of it, to make the most of where she's at, what she's been through, what she has, and all that. So yeah, I feel like you're adapting kind of that same energy. I'm gonna enjoy this. Like, I have one life to live. Maybe reincarnation may or may not be real. Nobody truly knows. So if this is the only life I get, then I'm not gonna sit around depressed because of what happened to me. Very scorpionic regeneration kind of energy. And the Hierophant here solidifies that. I feel like you're stepping into maybe leveling up. I feel like your intuition is heightening. You might be naturally gifted in some way. This doesn't have to be spiritual, but it often is. Also, like, bees might be significant to you. I'm just seeing this looks like a honeycomb to me in the background, and also ancient Egypt with the beetle here. And I think these are crows. So there's a lot of imagery on this card. Just say those little antidotes sometimes, because a lot of people that watch tarot readings, their guides can give them cues throughout the readings, like the doorbell will ring or a dog will bark, or like I have a little cue from one of my guides, and whenever I hear that noise in someone's video, I'm like, okay, they're trying to get my attention. Imagery can sometimes pop out. If something stands out to me, that's why I mention it, is because I feel like my guide is saying it because it's going to connect to somebody. And oftentimes if there's like interruptions, I leave them in because it might be an indicator to somebody. So whatever. Okay, back from the tangent. So I feel like you might be naturally gifted. You could be a singer with the birds here. You might like her singing style. You might be a similar, like, you know how some people have like high voices and low voices and kind of medium range. You might relate to her voice in that way, or be able to sing similar ranges. I don't know. I just feel like you guys relate to Britney Spears, and I feel like you probably are. You have a lot of things in common with her. Not the exact same things maybe, or the exact same scenarios, but you've gone through similar. And so you can relate to her story in some way, or you can relate to her spirit, the way she loves her freedom, the way she bites back, the way she tells it like it is, the way she has a drive to chase her dreams, how she's like a sweet little Southern belle. Like, she actually is like super sweet on the inside, but she's like this crazy mega star. Anyway, her story to me is actually really interesting. I don't know. I've always been compelled by it. I don't know. Something about her. But anyway, I'm going to move on to pile 2, you guys. Subscribe if you like this video, and that's the easiest thing you can do to help my channel, and I so appreciate it. If you like my readings, that's the cheapest way you can support me, so thank you. And you can check out my links if you want to do a reading or Reiki. I have my website down there, donation link, all that kind of stuff. But really, if you guys just subscribe and comment or like the video, that's the best way you can support. It's the easiest for you, and it helps me. So thank you so much. And I'm moving on to pile 2. Pile 2, welcome back if you are watching another pile. This pile's for Ariana Grande. She is a Cancer. I don't know the rest of her chart, but I know she's a Cancer sun. She is the freaking cutest. So adorable. But anyway, we are going to get into, how are you like Ariana Grande? Do you relate to her? Why did you choose this pile? What's your inner pop star? So I'm going to kind of describe her essence a little bit, and then I'll describe how it connects to yours, and just take what resonates. This is supposed to be just a really lighthearted reading. Obviously, I just kind of wanted to do something random. But yeah, I just think she's so funny. I like her sense of humor. I don't know what it is. Like, she's always joking around, but she's like super sweet at the same time. It's just, I like it. It's funny. Anyway. Okay, pile 2. So let's dig into this. What's your inner pop star? How are you like Ariana Grande? Also, her fragrances. Everyone's obsessed. 4 of Swords. So I feel like she is kind of a homebody. You might be too. You might love TLC, to rest, little getaways. I feel like she has a close inner circle. Like, she's very friendly and opens up to other people that she likes. I don't know if this is true, but from the little I know about her, maybe. Anyways, just go with me. This is what's coming through the reading. Like, she likes to be really comfortable in her home and have her friends over, or to be like a close circle of people she really trusts, that kind of thing. And she likes to chill at home when she's resting or not feeling her best. So you might be a little bit of a homebody. That's so typically a Cancer thing. Also the moon on the card. You might overthink a little or be a little bit in the clouds. I feel like you're a city girl, or you do like the nightlife, so you love socializing, but you got to go back and recharge. So that's what I'm kind of getting from the Four of Swords in this deck, with like the cityscape there. I feel like a lot runs on your mind. Nine of Pentacles. So you're very independent. She is very driven. She makes her own money. You might have a spirit guide. I feel that strongly. She could have, I feel like it's some kind of pet. She has like a familiar around her. And I'm not saying she's into the occult or anything like that. It's just, it is an animal that protects her, either if she knows that or not. But you might have an animal you're very close with as well, or you could just relate really easily to animals, like they're drawn to you. That's a sign that you're high vibrational, by the way. You'll notice animals react strongly to people they don't like and strongly to people that they do. So they can kind of sense spirits, in my opinion. They can see like when spirits are in your house, and they can sense if someone has like a high vibration or low vibration. They'll either go hide, or they'll hiss or bark at them, or whatever, avoid that person. So that's, they're uncomfortable in general around them. So you might have that kind of swag with animals. They love you. So I feel like you either have pets or you just like animals in general. So you might be a redhead. You could be a natural redhead. And this also could just be a fiery spirit. Like Ariana is very like free-spirited and feisty, and she likes to joke with people, and she's very like cutesy and will kind of like push people's buttons and tease them, but kind of wink and smile and laugh. So you know she's joking, like, I don't know. It's playful. I like it. So you're just abundant. You're driven. You're probably pursuing your own dream, business goals, schooling, something like that. Like there's something you're pursuing to further yourself. And I feel like you're going to get there. You're just a determined person. And then with the Fool energy I was talking about, you might be kind of flamboyant and free-spirited like her. You like to play up your style and show off your like aspects and good looks with the kind of clothes and accessories you wear, how you do your hair and makeup, all that. So you could have like Leo in your chart, or you just like to present yourself well. There's nothing wrong with that. The Europeans are actually like really big into this. Like they just like to look nice. And it's like built into their culture to like dress well and like present well. And they'll kind of laugh at Americans because we like love to walk around in like yoga pants and sweats and stuff. And that's more frowned upon over there. But anyway, hey, you should try it. Don't knock it till you try it. We like athleisure because it's comfortable, okay? You can still look pretty cute. Anyways, but yeah, it's also fun to dress up. I always feel like I'm like back in time, I'm saying. Anyway, that was a tangent. Also the Fool energy, you'll take risks. Like her, like she's a pop star, she's a singer, obviously. She performs, she tours, she meets other celebrities, she does a lot of stuff. So she's had to put herself out there and have a lot of courage and just go for it. And I feel like it's definitely worked out for her. So you feel the same kind of way about life, like you want to take risks and try new things. And then the Seven of Wands is a strength of will to me. So it's like a strong willpower. You're very compassionate. You overcome things because you're built to. It's like even when you go through rough things or situations that would break your heart, grief, abuse, neglect, whatever it is, just hardships in general, you're able to overcome them because you just don't give up. You have that kind of spirit where you just don't give up. So it's really admirable. I think that's how all these women got to the fame that they're at, of all these four pals that I'm talking about: Britney, Ariana, Beyonce, and Selena. But we're talking about Ariana here. I think they're all really admirable in their own way. So obviously if you become, I don't know how you feel about this. I think what draws people to celebrities is like, they're just talented in some kind of way. So if you get that kind of notoriety, it's because you have something about you that people just like to admire. It's your personality, your looks, your talents, like something, you know? There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. I know it can get like crazy and some people get like obsessed or whatever, but I don't know. Aw. Yeah, you care about family. You're just big-hearted, the Ten of Cups, because we're talking about you and her. Like, maybe family means a lot to you. This could be romance too, like you throw your all into it. Everybody knows about her romance with Mac Miller, how they broke up, I think about due to his substance abuse. It might have been infidelity, I don't remember. But anyway, they still stay like really good friends, and she tried to support him. Everybody knows what happened. He overdosed. I believe it was on accident, but I don't know. Anyway, super freaking tragic and broke her heart, but he meant a lot to her. People mean a lot to her. She's super sweet. I feel like that's what's coming through this card. So you might have a similar situation, like a similar soulmate tie where you just feel really deeply for somebody, whether you're lovers or friends or married or not, or you just really care about the people in your life, your family, your friends. This could even be like her fans. So you might have like a following, like you could have a social media following, and people really can feel your authenticity, that you like really care about, I don't know, the people that you're influencing and what you talk about. I don't know. So you have good intentions, basically. I can feel that from her. Like she seems like a good person. And you want to create a happy home someday if you don't have one already, and a happy family. A lot of people like to talk about you. I mean, she became famous pretty quickly. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You awake? She kind of rose to fame pretty quickly. She grew up and had her Disney Channel shows, right? And then when she became a singer, I feel like she got popular pretty fast, that I remember. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is you might have a lot of people observing you, watching you. You could have a public platform or career. Maybe, I don't know, you're just known in your area in some kind of way. A lot of people keep tabs on you or talk about you too. So you might be the subject of gossip. And obviously for Ariana Grande, she's talked about because she's a celebrity, but I feel like people talked about her and Mac Miller a lot when he passed, and also just her dating life in general. So she's definitely one of those celebrities that gets followed around, and people make assumptions about her life. So you probably experienced that as well. I don't know. And the Page of Swords is a communication card. I feel like you're pretty gentle in your communication. Like you might stick up for yourself kind of thing, but you might stick up for yourself, but in a gracious way. You're not too domineering or forceful in any kind of way. Okay, so I'm shuffling too much. Anyway, Judgment. Yeah, I feel like you have some haters or some people that are just against your progress or your success. Which is really sad that people feel that way about others, but maybe there's some kind of history there. They feel like you don't deserve it, or you piss these people off in some kind of way. Maybe you just like fell out of touch with them, or you're no longer friends or associates any longer. This could be exes. I feel like those are people that used to know you is what's coming through, and so they're making assumptions about your life now and being judgmental. So for Ariana Grande, I feel like, you know, probably just having your life as a normal person and then you take on some kind of fame, people act different. So I'm sure people in her life switched up on her, couldn't handle like her popularity and just started treating her differently. So you might have that happen to you too. So people you thought were really good friends or someone you could trust, you find out they feel some type of way about you, or they're jealous, or they're trying to sabotage you, or something goes down. So you might have dealt with a lot of drama, or you might attract drama, or for some reason just your spotlight attracts people that hate on you. So I feel like you're no stranger to this. Five of Swords, definitely going along with what I was saying with the Judgment here. Nine of Swords, wow, okay. Oh my God, okay, and 10 of Wands. So definitely, you've been through a lot. This is coming through as this could even be as heavy as like grief or something really, really hard to deal with the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. It's just something very grueling, very exhausting. It's mentally exhausting. It's physically exhausting. You felt defeated. You felt like everyone was attacking you or didn't have your back. I feel like you've gone through some heavy betrayals or some kind of scenario like that. So, for Ariana Grande, I don't know if she's gone through any like betrayal kind of thing. The only thing I know of that she's dealt with is losing Mac Miller, which was super hard on her because they were really close. And so maybe you just lost people that you did care about or that you could trust, and then you feel like you're surrounded with people that would backstab you or that don't really know the real you or don't have your back in the same kind of way. So I feel like you're left feeling kind of empty, or you had to find like another tribe that was just as real as that person that you lost. So this was really painful for you. I felt like you had a hard time trusting people for a while. Something happened where you lost faith in humanity and maybe became kind of, I don't want to say like recluse or hermit, but just closed off, not the same like bubbly person you used to be. So this took you down a notch and you had to come back for it, is what come back from it is what I see, group 2. Oh my gosh, okay. 5 of Pentacles and the Death. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So it's like reaffirming what I was talking about. This was something really disappointing and rough, probably broke your heart. You felt stabbed in the back for sure. It was like a storm situation and you felt left out of something you felt like you deserved or you built. But this was a lesson. This was a rebirth for you with the Death card. I don't know. It's just something you were meant to overcome. It's just you didn't want to go through it. Nobody wanted to go through it. And I feel like if you did lose a person, this person is missing you from the other side or looking over you. They miss you too. I feel like they take care of you, but you guys are disconnected because you have to live somewhat in the 3D and they're like in another dimension. Wherever you go when you die, there's a million theories. Let's not get into that, but it's not, you know what I mean? They're in a different form. They're a spirit now and not in physical form. So you feel disconnected. Even if you guys can communicate in some way, I don't know why this is coming through. Maybe some of you get heavy communication from a past loved one. This is a side tangent. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but I feel like it needs to be said. So you get heavy communication from a loved one that's passed on, and it's comforting to you, but I feel like you really miss this person. It's not the same as them being there, obviously. The Moon card. Yeah, okay. I feel like this person helps like encourage your spiritual side. They might help you connect with like ritual or a lifestyle, that kind of thing. This person could have been a witch, or you could be, or you might have like esoteric beliefs, or this is kind of secretive. Maybe you don't, this could just be secretive, like you don't talk about it. Maybe you feel embarrassed, maybe you feel like people will judge you. I like hint at it or talk about it with certain people, but not really, you don't really let it be known, I guess. Either like what you went through, or that you still communicate with this person, or they still like reach out to you. Okay, so some of you are experiencing that, and I don't know, Spirit wanted to acknowledge that. So maybe just your person you connect with wanted to acknowledge that's them, like that's happening. I don't know, I just feel like your guide is kind of sweet. Like they follow you around and send you little things to make you happy or to make you feel like connected, that you know that they're there and they're looking out for you. So anyway, that's what I'm getting, group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Subscribe for more, you guys. I would so appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. Like the reading if you resonated at all, and comment down below what you thought and how many pals you watched. And going on to pal 3. Thanks for watching. Okay, Queen Bee. Beyonce, if you resonate with this pile at all, you definitely have fierce energy. You might be a Virgo. And let's get going, pop for you. Let's see, what is your inner pop star? How are you like Beyonce? What is this energy? And how can you relate to her? Okay, 3 of Cups. So you like a good time. You like to throw a party. You like to be the life of the party. You're a really good host. That's a Virgo thing. We're particular and we will definitely want everyone to enjoy themselves and feel comfortable, have good food, good drinks, good music, atmosphere, that kind of thing. So also I'm seeing this as Destiny's Child. So you might just have like really fun friends, people you like to party with, go out with. You might be a drinker, you don't have to be. Maybe you're into dance. I feel like you're very free with your body as well. You might be curvy with the nudity on this card. You have good assets. You might have thick thighs. I don't know, I just feel like whatever body style or shape you are, you're just cute. And you have a lot of self-confidence for what you have. You like to show off what you have. So what else? Oh, so you attract conflict. I feel like people naturally get competitive with you. This is what's coming through pile 2. Everyone loves Beyonce, right? But people love to compete with her too. It's like, she's like the standard that people try to measure up to, if you know what I mean. So since she's been in the industry so long, worked her way up from the bottom, broke out of a girl group, all that kind of thing, got with Jay-Z, has her cute little beautiful babies. So I just think people kind of idolize her and look at her as perfection. And then a lot of people have so many rumors about her. Everyone says she's in the Illuminati, there's this, there's that. She shouldn't put up with Jay-Z's cheating, all this stuff. People love to talk and make up their mind about her, say that she's different now than she used to be, this or that or whatever. So you definitely attract a lot of attention and a lot of gossip. Pile 2 got this as well. I mean, this is a reading about inner pop star, so if you relate to pop stars, you know, you probably get talked about. So she definitely gets a lot of criticism. Some people think that she's too uppity, too strict, too prissy. So that's kind of a Virgo trait. It's not that they are, well, we kind of are, but it's more just like particular. Like we like things to like be just pristine and precise and like chef's kiss. And so it's like, if we know we can achieve like our best or perfection on something, it's really hard for us to drop the ball. So maybe for some people she's just hard to work with because she's such a badass. She's such a legend that she really pushes people to their best, and some people can take that the wrong way. So you might feel Beyonce is a Knight of Swords. I can see that. So she's fierce. She definitely is like outspoken. She might have air in her chart. I know she's an earth sign. She's a Virgo sun, but I'm not sure what her full chart is. I wouldn't be surprised if she has air. She seems very assertive. She could have an air Mercury. I have no idea. I'll have to look that up. But Nine of Swords energy is definitely, you speak your mind, you let it be known, you definitely chase your goals and you don't apologize for it. I feel like you like to surround yourself with like-minded people, with the double-headed horse here. And you also feel like you have a sense of morality. Like she has like a soft, gentle side to her where she is very compassionate to humanity. And so I feel like that reflects back in your character as well. You might have a really nurturing side to you. Or you could just speak about things like social justice or volunteering or political change or environmental change. Like you're involved in things that are outside of yourself. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you speak it like it is. It's also coming through that you're very intellectual. I mean, Beyonce has to be smart to have gotten to where she is today. Think about it. Like she comes off so like laid back sometimes in interviews and sweet. She used to, like when she was younger, and now I don't know. I feel like she's very distinguished and established as a woman, and she's not afraid to stand up for what she believes in, but I feel like she does it in a strategic way. Like they're out and about there all the time in the news and in the media. I feel like she only pops out for important events or speaks on things that they feel is really worth it. Okay, so you might believe in that. You might believe in being really honest, speaking your truth, letting people know what it is, kind of thing. You don't mince your words. You don't manipulate. I feel like you're not a liar. You really just don't have time for that. I feel like you're just not a malicious person. You're too busy. You're too busy having fun and pursuing your goals to deal with drama. So it's like you just tell it like it is, and you try to cut people out of your life that are in your way or that are just not a true supporter. Empress, nice. So yeah, this reminds me of her one performance she did when she was pregnant with the twins. It was so cute. But anyway, you may be a mother, you may want to be a mother, you may just have some of those nurturing qualities like I was saying. You're very abundant and fertile and lush and beautiful and admirable. I feel like people really look up to you with the crown here. You definitely have spirit guides around you with the bird showing up. And I feel like you just resonate with yin energy, feminine energy with the roses. Also, purple and pink might be significant in some kind of way. I don't know. And then something is coming through about her eyes. So you might have really piercing eyes or have done like the pink eye makeup look recently. Oh my gosh. Okay. Emperor and Emperor. So you may be in a really established marriage or long-term relationship or healthy couple. You may want this someday. You may be attracting this person into you. I feel like this is destined for you and people are going to talk about it. But with the Emperor showing up, both sides of your yin and yang energy is balanced, and that is what is going to help attract your partner. You reside in your power. I feel like you're definitely an evolved person. You've definitely spent time on a spiritual practice and being mindful and developing yourself. I feel like Beyonce has. It just seems kind of obvious, like the way she handles herself. Yeah, I feel like she's definitely aware of her actions. Temperance, yes. So you've balanced these. Like I was saying, you're at peace with yourself. If you've gone through things and you just know who you are, you're very confident and you're at peace with yourself. This is very, I feel like I'm like sitting up straighter reading this energy. It just feels like I don't have a care in the world because I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of and I trust myself. And I know I got this kind of thing. And I know the people that I've surrounded myself with are loyal and dedicated, just like a go-getter kind of energy. Definitely kind of like a power couple too. The Magician. Queen of Pentacles. There she is. The last one. I think pile one got Seven of Wands. But this is like, against all odds, nothing can stop me. I'm a queen in my own right. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to get my money. I'm going to look fabulous doing it, and people are going to respect me. Really utilize your feminine energy to be the best you can be. That sounds corny, but a queen. And it's using your Magician as well. So you're manifesting this. You're playing with the laws of nature and the universe, and you won't give up. So there's a determination here with the Seven of Wands. To me, this card is like a determination of will to overcome something. So it's just really, you don't give up. If you look at Beyonce's story, she started from nothing, and I think they were like sewing their own costumes. They were doing so many little appearances and shows and all that. So she really grinded and grinded and grinded for years until she got to be a mega star. I think there was like, I don't know how many years she put in doing like that level of stuff before she hit it big. I think it was like a decade. It was a lot. So she was doing stuff, but not at the level she is now. She makes insane amount of money per performance now. But yeah, so you have this same kind of will within you. Like you might have a lot of fire in your chart too, or you might just be a very strong person. You're grounded within your own energy. You know who you are. I feel like you've already gone through a lot of your own shadow work and growing and reflecting on who you are as a human. So you're either a wise soul, or like a old soul, or you're maybe older in age, maybe like late 20s and up. Like you've already gone through some cycles. Maybe you already went through your Saturn return, maybe not. I feel like you're just destined for this, even if you're not there yet. It's part of who you are. You definitely have all the tools necessary to manifest that, so don't second guess yourself. It's just keep grinding, keep putting in the work, and you're gonna get to where you want to be. For some of you, this might be like you're destined to get to some kind of level of like money or notoriety. I don't know if you're gonna be the next Beyonce, but I'm just saying you have like big goals, and those goals you have in the back of your head, Spirit is saying you can accomplish them. So yeah, 3 of Swords. Okay, be careful. Be careful if you do rise up. I feel like you're going on a level up. Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking, and I pulled it. If you're going on a level up, you're going to lose some people. You're going to have people turn against you. You're going to need your strength and resilience to get through this with the Tower and the 3 of Swords. Not everyone's going to clap for you. Not everyone's going to have your back. Not everyone's going to be there cheering you on like you thought they were. So I feel like you're either at the beginning of your journey, or you still have some things to weed through, unfortunately, or you've already gone through this. But this is all necessary. So as you're going through it, and if you already have, just please tell yourself this is all necessary. Or like it's just building of your resilience. So you had to get through this. You had to let these things go, or maybe you had to get away from certain things, certain people. Yeah, I don't think it was meant to be this rough. I feel like something went on too long. I don't know. Anyways, I won't get too deep into that, but pile 3, you have an inner resilience. So don't give up on yourself. You have everything you need to keep going with the strength here, and the Magician and the Emperor and the Empress coming out. You can get through these towers. You can get through these setbacks, these disappointments, these heartbreaks. So don't be too hard on yourself. I feel like just keep going, keep grinding, and look for ways, look for new things to like motivate yourself, to keep yourself grounded, take breaks. Yeah, like take time to like have fun and enjoy life too. So don't get too serious. That's what I feel like needs to be said. Thank you, pile 3, for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. It really helps my channel grow. It's like the easiest thing you can do to support me. So thank you so much. Comment down below what you thought of the reading, how you related to her, if you watched any other piles, and like this video if it resonated. Check out my links in the description box. If you want to book with me, personals, Reiki, anything like that, check that out. And thank you guys for watching. Okay, pile 4, last but not least, if you chose Selena Gomez, this is your pile. There has been a lot going on in the media with her lately, if you've been following along. Let's look at your inner pop star. How do you relate to her? Are you like her in any way? I'm going to describe her a little bit, and then attributes, how you might relate to that, because you're obviously not her, unless you're watching this video. Hello. But yeah, let's get into this pile 4. What is your inner pop star, and how are you like Selena? Why did you choose this pile? Okay, we're not going to take reversals. You can take into consideration that it came out upside down. So I would take that as a struggle you're overcoming in happiness and love. I feel like this, obviously with her, everyone knows the story. People got in the way of her happily ever after. I feel like definitely people influenced her past relationship. I'm not saying it would have worked, but I feel like what made it not work in the end was all of the outside parties interfering. So she has overcome that, and I feel like she's going to find her happiness with or without Justin. I feel like she's going to find what she deserves. I think she's getting to that place. So you might feel similar. You might have gone through some heavy past relationships, or people messing with your love life, messing with your family, messing with what, like your goals, your dreams. I feel like it's a lot of envy and jealousy. Yeah, I feel like you're making your own money, and you're self-sufficient, and you're using your unique talents and insights to gain this success. So it's really coming from your own passion and your own like zest for life. So this is what's causing jealousy, and people have tried to ruin that for you. Same as Selena. I feel like she's kind of like girl, like all American girl next door. Everyone loves her, but she does have a lot of haters. So the people that hate her really hate her. It's just probably they hated on what she had. So you might relate in that same way. Maybe people hate on your relationships, your job, your career, where you've gone in life and what you've accomplished. Maybe some people don't know your real struggle and they feel like this was handed to you. Selena wasn't born wealthy, so she's self-made. So I definitely know that she worked towards her career. Yeah, she has Queen of Pentacles energy. She has worked for this. She's worked hard for this and built it. She's utilized her magician energy too, so her natural talents and abilities. So the magician here, you might be into alchemy. You might just have really strong energy where you know how to take a bad situation and turn it around for your favor. So even if you're not a spiritualist, or even if you don't pray, even if you're not spiritual in any way, your energy is very good at regenerating, and you've learned how to do this. You've learned how to use life situations for your benefit. So it's like you're either winning or you're learning a lesson in something, and you're going to use that to win. So you've kind of conquered riding the ups and downs of life and being able to come out on top no matter what you face. Yeah, so you could have experienced a lot of backlash, a lot of talking behind your back, a lot of gossip. Everyone and their mom is talking about Selena Gomez right now, so you might relate to that in some way. You might have recently become a topic of conversation, or a lot of people know about your business or your life or have opinions about it. This is something you deal with on the regular. Maybe you have a public persona or position, or maybe you have a leadership role that you're under some kind of scrutiny or some kind of supervision. I feel like you're no stranger to this, but you don't mind it. I feel like constructive criticism you use to your advantage, and then if it's like an insult or non-constructive, you just use it as fuel to motivate you to flex on your haters, basically. You just want to show them that they're wrong. So I feel like Selena has that attitude. She has like that like unbothered kind of attitude. Like she tries not to show that anything gets to her. And you know that it does, but she tries not to show it. I feel like you might struggle with self-doubt a little bit, or second guess yourself, not understand your own talents, your own beauty. There's a little bit of hesitation here. Looking at Selena Gomez's life from the outside in, I feel like her energy has dropped a little bit since in the last couple years, since her disease and all that stuff. She's had to like regain her sense of self, I feel like, and I feel like she was a little bit lost. Like she was on a peak in her career, and then she had to like refocus or refigure out who she was. So yeah, you might have gone through a phase like that where you didn't feel as steady in your steps. You had to like question everything. You had to like relearn your values, really figure out what was motivating you. If it wasn't love, or if it was outside of the context of a relationship, how can you make yourself happy, or what kind of happy ending do you want? So I feel like you were reassessing that in the same way she might have, going through what you went through. And another card about people talking about you. So you have a lot of eyes on you. I believe Selena Gomez is a Leo rising, I think, and she's a Cancer sun. So I feel like Cancers are pretty approachable, so they can get gossiped about because people feel comfortable maybe talking about them or interacting in their life. And a Leo rising, I feel like, attracts gossip because whether they want to or not, they're getting attention and they're attracting attention. I feel like you don't like it with her face here. I feel like you don't like it that much. You don't like people drawing their own conclusions about you or misinterpreting your character, or just even having opinions about your life gets annoying at a certain extent. Like, who said you care? Care what these people think, but I feel like it's just in your face or it follows you around in some sort of way. I'm feeling a level of kind of just tired, like you're tired of this, tired of dealing with it, tired of caring what anyone thinks. King of Cups. Yeah, it's making you more emotional than you thought. You might hide this quite well, but it really does get to you at sometimes. I feel like heavy is the head that wear the crown is the energy I'm getting here. You didn't anticipate this leadership position that you're in would have this, I don't know, consequences. Like, you just, like, for Selena, she knew fame would come with all of this, but I don't think she understood how much it would hurt or maybe break her heart in the process. And I feel like it's similar with you. Maybe it's really hard being a leader. Maybe you've lost relationships, friendships. Maybe people have turned on you if you've had a come up kind of thing. So I feel like this is like she's been disappointed by the people around her, and so have you. It's been the people in your own circle that have betrayed you. With her, it's been like her ex-partners and friends and associates that really betrayed her. So you might relate to that in some way. I have really close friends that were part of this betrayal. Or someone you loved, someone you cared about, someone you were really close to at work, or just maybe someone you grew up with, even with the 10 of Pentacles here. But I feel like you have gained this stability on your own, and this is what's caused more gossip lately with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. You're doing this yourself, and the Magician and the High Priestess. Yeah, you're totally doing this yourself, and you might have rose to your own fame or success by yourself, and this has gotten a lot of people talking as well. Maybe they're making up assumptions about where this is coming from, where this cash flow is coming from. Maybe they think you cut corners or got like a shoe-in from somebody, or they think you've had some kind of assistance, like an unfair advantage, but I don't think this is true. I think it's just people don't understand. Yeah, I feel like it's been some kind of luck. I feel like it's hard work and then you finally hit some kind of luck. And you've had an upturn in your finances, your social life, just like your own like sense of peace and contentment in yourself. I feel like you're feeling really good lately, and people can sense this energy and they're kind of feeding off of it. You've walked away from things in your past that used to drag you down, and you're allowing yourself to do things in a new way and have a new sense of boundaries and who you are. I don't know, like your energy is different. You've matured and you're saying no to things that are confusing or misleading, or like people that have empty promises or aren't who they say they are. Like, you don't want one-sided or misguided energy. You want authentic reciprocation. So in your friendships, your work field, your love life, everything, if you're not feeling authenticity from someone, you'll cut them off pretty quick, because I feel like you don't want to get into these fake relationships where you get burned in the end, or someone just like fakes having character because they want to be close to you, and then you find out later they don't really care, or they're using you in some kind of way, or have ulterior motives. So you've heightened your BS detector, and your intuition is very high, and you're not putting up with it. Like, you really have cleaned out your life and made better relationships, better friendships. I feel like you're moving into like a happier, healthier season of your life. So I see that for Selena. I feel like it's like finally her time to be happy. She's gotten through all her healing and worked out whatever happened to her in the past. And I feel like you've gone through similar, where you've dealt with that cycle, you've processed it, you faced it, you looked at it, and now you're ready for something new. Now you're ready to step out of your shell and show off how much you've healed and how far you've come and what you've been working on. I feel like your social life is going to take off, and that's what I'm seeing. And it could be platonic, like just a lot of adventures, concerts, fun type of things, explorations. Could be romantic if you're open to that, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like you're just stepping into a really sweet period of your life. Like, when you're older, you're going to look back on this season very fondly. So just know you're about to make some really good memories, meet some great new people, strengthen bonds that mean a lot to you, and I just feel like a very abundant season coming your way. So that's what I see for you, group 4. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below if this resonated at all. Tell me how. Tell me if you watched more than one pile. You can always check out my links if you want to book with me. I do Reiki and tarot, and I have other items on there on my website as well. And subscribe, you guys. It helps my algorithm, it helps my views, all that, and I can just build this channel and make more content for you guys. Anyway, stay tuned. I have some more stuff coming, and check out my Instagram. I always post announcements and updates there too, you guys. So thanks for watching.